Welcome everyone to Doga Yoga. Today we're doing a beautiful vinyasa flow for joy. So come on down to seated, grab a block, grab a pillow, whatever feels good for you to lengthen the spine. We're going to place one hand on one knee, one hand on the other, releasing the shoulder blades down the back. You might lean back a little bit to help you find that length. And start to focus on the rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones rise. And exhale, feel the collarbones, ribs, and belly release. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones rise. And exhale, soften and release. Start to welcome yourself into this place, into your practice. We're going to set an intention for today's class. The intention is joy is our birthright. Continue to focus on this affirmation, focus on these thoughts throughout your practice today, throughout the rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, let's take one juicy big arm circle to start the class today. Fingertips touch overhead. And exhale back to heart center. Inhale, big arm circle all together. Really savor the sensations. Find joy in the movement of the body. Fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Inhale. Fingertips touch, and back to heart center. Place our left hand down beside us, find length in the spine, and send our right ear to our right shoulder. Our hand can be on our head, gently opening and releasing here. Inhale, find a length in the spine, still send the shoulder blades down the back, lean back a little, and exhale, soften and release. Inhale, gently notice the nourishing, beautiful sensation of the body's movement. And exhale, notice that soften and release. Inhale. And exhale. Move gently with your breath, noticing the sensations of the body. When you're ready, release the head, come back to center, place the right hand down, left ear to left shoulder, hand on our head. If that feels good for you, if you want that extra stretch, find length in the spine, send the shoulder blades down the back, and exhale, soften. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and release. One more big breath all together. Feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. Notice the sensations of the body. And exhale, come back to center. Place our hands in front of us, roll on over, and make our way up into our downward facing dog. So tuck our toes, press into our hands, send the hips up and away, and gently pedal here. Lower one heel and then the other. Noticing the sensations warming up, the hamstrings, the calves. And when we're all ready, bend the knees together, look towards the hands, really pull back, shoulder blades down the back, and take little steps in towards our hands, coming into our forward fold. Relax the head, the neck, the shoulders down. You might wrap your arms around your elbows into your rag doll. Shake the head yes or no. You might gently rock side to side or be still. And when we're ready, bend the knees super generously. Roll on up, vertebra by vertebra. Hands wide up overhead. Feel the beautiful warming energy coming into the body. Fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Inhale, one big arm circle. Find joy in this beautiful movement. Fingertips touch. And send our elbows wide. Little back bend here. Open up the chest. And breathe for 3 breaths. Find length in the spine still, send the hips forward, the chest open, and soften. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release the hands down beside the body. Find our mountain. Find our Tadasana. Feet hip distance apart. Press into the big toes. Spread the little toes. Activate the kneecaps. Tuck the tailbone under. Ribs in, lower belly hollow. Shoulder blades are down the back. Neck is long, chin is slightly tucked. Find your length and strength with the rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, collarbones. And exhale, soften and release. Inhale, fill your body with joy and energy, all the good things for the future. And exhale, just let go of anything that's holding us on from being in the here and now. Inhale and exhale. All together we'll start our flow. Big arm circle up, overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Knees bent, everyone, for the first one. Inhale, hands to shins, slide up to the tops of our knees. Halfway lift. And exhale, fold forward. Bend our knees generously, plant our hands, step back into our plank or half plank. And exhale, lower down to the ground. Untuck the toes, we'll all come up into our cobra for our first one. And exhale, lower. Make your way into your child's pose, forehead to the earth. Find the connection to the ground, Mother Earth. Tuck the toes under, press into the fingertips, send the hips up and away into your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bend the knees generously, look towards the hands, step or jump up into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift onto the tops of the knees or even the tops of the fingertips. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees generously, rebound energy into the feet, roll on up, big arm circle up, overhead, fingertips touch, and back to heart center. Inhale, big arm circle once more, fingertips touch, up, overhead. And exhale, elbows wide, open up our heart, open up our eyes to the beautiful sun, beautiful sky. Looking upwards, bringing in optimism and light and hope for the future. Inhale, expand, squeeze the shoulder blades. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, find length. And exhale, bring the hands back to the side of the body. Inhale. And exhale. All together, big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. Flow once more, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips or tops of knees. Exhale, fold. Bend our knees generously, plant our hands, step back to plank or jump back. Lower down to cobra or come into your upward facing dog. Send the hips up and away into your downward facing dog wherever you are. And just savor the movement, savor the sensation. Find joy in the strength and movement of your body. Bend our knees generously, look towards our hands, step or jump on up. Hey Arms, what are you doing? And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend our knees generously, roll on up, big arm circle all together, fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Inhale, arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale, elbows wide and feet wide. We're sinking into our goddess squat. So our toes are slightly out, shins and knees are in alignment. Tailbone is tucked and we're going to breathe here. Inhale, reach out into our star pose, squeeze our kneecaps. And exhale, sink. Inhale, rise on up. And exhale. Inhale, reach, find length, push down through all 4 corners of the feet, squeeze the kneecaps. And exhale, sink. Bring your hands to heart center and just play here. Push into all four corners of the feet. Find balance. Find stability and symmetry in the body. Don't lean into one hip or the other. Sink a little deeper. Lean back. Find that length in the tailbone to the crown of the head. Breathing here. Might go a little lower and a little lower. And when you're ready, gently come on up. Turn your toes back to the front of the mat. Step on up. Big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And flow again. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bend our knees generously. Plant our hands, step. Or jump back super lightly into our plank. Exhale, lower down. And come up into our cobra. Exhale, lower. Make our way back to our child's pose, forehead towards the earth. Squeeze our biceps in towards our ears, push into all 5 fingers, all 5 toes, and send the hips up and away into our downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When we're ready, pick up our right foot, get it in between our hands, coming into our warrior one. Heel to heel alignment. Our knee and our front ankle are in alignment. Roll on up, hands up overhead and sink. Breathing here, flowing with our breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale once more and exhale, sink and hold. Open ourselves up into our warrior two. Wriggle that front foot over. Back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Send the hips down and away. Shoulder blades down the back and hold here for 5 breaths. Inhale, find a length in the spine and exhale. See if you can sink a little deeper. Inhale and exhale. You might adjust your feet. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the kneecaps. Find length. When we're ready, flip that front palm, come into our reverse warrior. Find beauty and grace in your movement. And exhale, come into your side angle pose, breathing here. Inhale, find length. And exhale, spiral this top hand down, conduct that front foot and go through our flow. Plank, chaturanga. Come up into your cobra. And exhale, lower. Make your way into your child's pose. And up into your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Breathing here. When you're ready, gently lift that left foot up. Bring that knee to nose. Get that hand in between your foot. Come up into your warrior one. Rise on up. Hips are square to the front of the room. Hands are high. Knee and ankle is in alignment. This back foot is really active. This back leg is really active. Flow here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale once more. Sink and hold. Breathing here. Open yourself up into your warrior two. So wriggle this front foot over. Heel to arch alignment. Back foot squares off with the back of the mat. Bend this front knee. Get comfy. Send the hands forward and back. The shoulder blades are down the back. Sink on in, find our comfy space, and find your grounding and length. When you're ready, flip that front palm, come into your reverse warrior, find your softness, your grace, your joy of movement. And exhale, come into your Parsvakonasana, side angle pose, reaching with those front fingertips. Spiral this top hand back, and then bring it down beside our front foot, going through our flow. Plank, chaturanga. Come up into our cobra. And exhale, lower. Make our way into our child's pose and rest here for 3 breaths. Really savoring the sensation, the connection with the earth, the opening of the lower back. Really savoring and enjoying the here and now. And when we're ready, we'll gently tuck our toes, come up into our downward facing dog, bend our knees, look towards our hands, and step on up into our forward fold. Really relax and release here, guys. You've done so well. Grab your elbows, rock side to side. Really massaging out the lower back. You might shake the head yes and no. Bend the knees generously, roll on up. Big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Now we're going to come into our easy dancer. So push into our left foot. Find that strength. All four corners of the feet. Activate the kneecap. Activate the glute. Shoulder is all aligned. And then just kick our right foot into our hand, sending our left hand high. So we'll just stay here today, really finding that alignment. Those knees are squeezing in towards one another. You'll feel a really good stretch in the front quad. You'll find a really good activation in the glutes. If you're tucking that tailbone under, finding length and alignment in the shoulder, the hip, the knees. Grow tall and root down through all four corners of your feet. Now send your left arm wide and just kick your right arm out, right leg out, there we go, as well. Playing here, counterbalance. You might lean, you might just be able to take it out for a millimeter. And then come back to center. Give yourself a shake, give yourself a wriggle. And when we're ready, push into that other foot, kick our left foot back, grab it with our hands, send our right arm high, and breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Tuck our tailbone. Find length in the spine. Activate that quad. When you're ready, send that hand to the side and see if you can send the foot out as well, balancing. Woo! Good job. Come back to center. Give yourself a wriggle and a shake. Big arm circle up overhead. Fingertips touch. Hands wide, place them on our hips and come into a squat. So take our feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Send the hips down. We might get a block or a chair to sit on. Find what feels good for you. Tailbone down, really finding length in the spine wherever we are. The shoulder blades are down the back. And I just want you to find your center here. Really connect with the floor, with all four corners of your feet, or even your tippy toes if you're just on tippy toes. Find that grounding of your tailbone. Feel the strength in your spine as you grow taller. Find that connection to that beautiful breath. And observe and enjoy the present moment. Your body is so amazing. Allows you to breathe and laugh and live and experience. And there is no other moment that you are alive than right now. So allow yourself to marvel in this unique life that is yours and be. Place your hands in front of you, come over onto your buttocks. Roll on down vertebra by vertebra, beautiful yogis. Bring our feet in towards our hips. Our knees are facing the ceiling. Our palms are facing up. And we're finding connection with the earth, with that rise and fall of our breath. Inhale, fill the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, soften and release. Send our left leg long, bring our right knee in towards our chest and just really give yourself a little massage here. Wriggle it side to side very gently, take it in circles. Do what feels good for you. And when you're ready, bring the shoulder blades off the ground, the knee towards the nose. There's plenty of space between our ears and our shoulders still, we're not hunching here. And just start to lift that left leg off the ground so the core is activated, the tailbone is tucked, so the lower back is pressing into the earth. Breathing here, you might send the hands away, send them towards the toes. Nice and active. Now, see if you can swap the legs, bring the left knee in, the right knee long. You might have your hand on that knee or your hand might be out. Breathing. Swap once more. Feet are flexed. One more. Left knee in, right knee out. And come back, right knee in, lower that left leg down. Give yourself a big hug with this right knee, rock side to side. Send your right arm out long, keep your left hand on your right knee and take a beautiful twist here. Send that right knee over towards the left. There we go. So our gaze is towards our right fingertips. And just close down your eyes. Find this place of beautiful introspection, beautiful ease. Inhale, fill the belly and hip up with beautiful energy and light and space and optimism for the future. And exhale. Embrace the present moment, whatever there may be. If there's not enough money in the account, it's okay, embrace it. If things are going tough at work, embrace it. It is the here and now. Step into it rather than holding back, and things will happen, things will change. When you're ready, beautiful, bring that knee back to center. Give yourself a big hug. Send that leg long, bring the left knee in, and same, give yourself a nice massage, a wriggle side to side, or a rock. You might take circles. Now we're going to lift our shoulder blades off the ground, our knee is towards our nose. There's plenty of space between our ears and our shoulders. And just start to lift that right foot up. Flex both feet. Glutes and core is strong, so there's no gap between our lower back and the earth. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can send the hands wide. Swap. Bring the right knee in. The left leg goes long. Very good. Swap again. Left knee comes back in. Good job. One more. Bring that right knee in. Left leg long. And then left and right. Hold. And lower that right leg down. Hug your left knee in. Good job, guys. Send your left hand out wide. Your shoulder stays on the ground. Our hand stays on the ground. Our right knee stays on our left hand. And just gently revolve. Open up the lower back. And breathe and find that beautiful introspective space. Fill up the belly and the hip with energy and light and optimism for the future. And exhale, let go. Inhale. And exhale. You might give yourself a little pat, a little thank you for today's class on your thigh. Give yourself a little bit of self-love. And when you're ready, come back to center. Bring your right knee back into your chest as well. Give yourself a super, super, super big hug. And we're going to send both feet to the sky. So hold here. You might just have the knees super bent. Just play here. See how you can go. You might straighten them, really squeeze the thighs, activate the glutes, and point and flex the toes. Your hands can be on the ground, or you might have them on the thighs for support. So just move here, wriggle the ankles, really notice the sensations in the calves. And wherever we are, we're going to send our hands towards our toes. So reach on up, like before, lots of space between the ears and shoulders, and we're going to pulse here. So inhale, reach high, and exhale, just half lower. Shoulder blades are still off the ground. Inhale, reach, and exhale, lower. Core is on. Inhale, reach high, and exhale, lower everything on the earth below. Feet are in towards one another, knees are out wide, palms are facing up, arms are beside you, into our reclined butterfly. So find that connection to your body and breath. Really sink into this juicy inner thigh and groin pose. And just savor the sensations. Allow yourself to release and relish in the sensations. Inhale, fill the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, soften and let go. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and release. Now you might keep your feet here, you might send them long, coming into a place of super deep rest and relaxation. And I urge you to keep your focus on your breath. Keep yourself in the present moment. Those thoughts that come into our head and we can get hooked on, take us into the future or the past. Just acknowledge them. Say, hey, I see you. But let them flow on and bring yourself back into the body, back into the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Feel the soundtrack of your life. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, gently send the arms high, wriggle the fingers and toes, roll over onto your arm, use it as a pillow. Oh, so nice. And come on up in your own time into a beautiful seated position. When we're ready, find length in the spine, find that stillness. Place one hand on one knee, one hand on the other, and take 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring your awareness back to your intention for today's class. Joy is our birthright. Live every day joyously, beautiful yogis. It's the only day, the only present moment that we have. All together, big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch, and exhale back to heart center. Place our thumbs on our sternum, sending you lots of love and gratitude, beautiful yogis. Namaste.